Hey guys, I'm here with a quick review of Gypsy Danger from the Pacific Rim line of action figures. And so I just picked him up the other day. I've had my eye on them since they've come out, but found it for $12 at Frank and Son in City of Industry out here in Southern California and thought, you know what, that is a great price and I'm going to pick him up. So that being said, there is a cool look at some of the other figures there. There's Series 1, Series 2. And I've got to say, on the hanging from the shelves, they all look awesome. And so I'm curious to see, once we open them up here, what we find. Now, I haven't made these a priority because simply I collect a lot of things. And when new properties come out, it's hard to make them a priority to collect because, you know, I'm drowning a little bit in toys and collectibles and things like that. So when they first came out, I knew I would want them, but I wasn't sure I was going to actually pick any of them up. Really enjoyed the movie, thought it was awesome, liked everything about it. Just was fun the whole way through. If there's any chance you're watching this and didn't see it, you know, I highly recommend checking it out. But that being said, as I said, I do enough with DC, Marvel, Star Wars, you know, the lines that really sucked me in for many years. So I'm a little reluctant to ever pick up things outside those because there's more than enough stuff that I can't afford or buy in those lines. So there's not a whole lot of need there to pick up other figures though. So that being said, taking a look at this guy though, he is pretty awesome looking. If you can kind of check out the sculpt there. It's got a nice paint job. Really nice, you know, articulation for this type of figure. I mean, he's meant to be a big, bulky, lumbering Jaeger robot, and that he exactly is. And so definitely works nice there. Now looking at him, let's get him standing there, kind of in a pose. There we go. So you can kind of check him out. Now the scale, I just did a review on Marvel Universe, and so we can kind of check out a large scale Marvel Universe figure next to him and see definitely towers over that. And so for the size of the figure, you know, to hit around $15 I think is a great price point. I mean, it really is, you know, like I've said about the DC collectible line, it's like a nice mini statue, you know, when you look at it. It just is a cool looking figure in terms of how he articulates, in terms of how he moves about, in terms of how he poses, you know, all the way around. So definitely a cool look to him there. The one thing I would say about him in terms of the other figures is you kind of have to decide with the line is how far you go down it, because obviously if you're having to pay $20-$30 for the figures, I felt fortunate in picking this guy up for $12, but that was the only time I saw him around that price. He was actually listed at $15, and they gave me the discount there, and so that was much appreciated. But that being said, if I would have had to go deeper into the well, I'm not sure that I could have gotten behind that, and so I'm not sure how many of these are going to get. Nothing against the figures. Like I said, this is an awesome looking figure, and now this really validates, looking at the other ones, what I'm guessing when you open those, what you'll see them at. But that being said, $20-$30 for me, I got to make decisions because I'm not going to stop collecting Marvel or Star Wars for it, so I got to look. That being said, if you're a robot collector, you know, how can you pass up this guy? I mean, this is like the stuff of childhood. It looks like he's all ready to fight Godzilla, or of being Voltron or Shogun, or, you know, any of those types of old school 70s, 80s robot scenes, you know, with the knives there and everything. And I mean, again, really cool posability for the scale of this size. I mean, you can get him into a lot of nice moves. And again, fitting with the movie, you know, he's a lumbering type of guy there. So I'm very impressed, very, very impressed. It definitely makes me tempted to go and hunt down more of them. But as I said, there's only so much space and so much money you can spend on the toys and collectibles. With that being said, this guy's gonna look nice on the shelf and do a real good job there. So I'll probably pick up at least one of the kaijus, you know, one of the monsters for him to get a scene going. But definitely very awesome. High marks for the line based on this one figure. So if you've had any other experiences with the figures, you know, tweet me or hit me up on the website and let us know. But for what I have to say about Pacific Rim, definitely thumbs up. Awesome series based on this figure at least. So until next time, I'll see you in line somewhere.